I started with playing the drums in church, right? And then I moved to Cameroon, right? That's my country. I moved there for secondary school education, but not the conventional kind of gospel music. I do Afro gospel.
So it's not orthodox or
it's not the church kind
something
of
held or controlled by principles.
I believe something, and it's that if you are determined enough. My parents too had that fear, right? When I started the music, they had that fear. When I was going for rehearsals all night, when I was in school.
Was it centered around if you were going to be financially productive?
Yeah, it was that and safety. They were like, this young boy that is always outside in the night. Where are you?
Afraid of being misdirected.
What are you really rehearsing? What are you scoring? What are you? And then, is this what you want to really do in your life? But you see, results is what silences that doubt.
Welcome everyone to the show. Today we are going to be discussing around topics centered on finding your footing. Finding your footing in life, finding your footing when you're trying to start something. Whether it's your first time, whether you're an amateur, you're an enthusiastic person, you're a veteran as well, transitioning from something to a branch in the industry, whatever kind of industry. But specifically on today, we are dealing with the creative industry. On this show, this is a place for bold minds, where breakthrough stories are shared. Now, when you're looking for things to learn from, when we unpack our experiences, the pleasant ones, the unpleasant ones, the times for growth, the times where things were overwhelming, where it seemed like all was lost, or where you actually did lose everything, this is the show for you. On this show, these experiences are not just stories. No, they're not mere stories. When you look around your environment, there are stories all over the place. Stories of change, stories of growth, stories of transformation, stories in business, of challenges, of the ups and downs, the raw hustle, the bustles out there. All this contributes to who we are and who we go up, who we move to become. Are you trying to be successful or are you trying to reach a pinnacle that you've set in your mind, that is your benchmark for success? But success is something it's sort of like, it's a journey actually. It's not a destination. So welcome to the YSP show. Thank you. Now on this episode, we have with us a prolific executive producer in the film industry and an artist. Welcome, Mr. Alex Momo, popularly known as Alex Legrand.
Thank you so much.
Welcome to the show.
So nice to be here. Actually, my real name is actually Alex Legrand.
Alex Legrand?
Yes, actually my real name.
Your government name?
Yeah, I'm Cameroonian. It's French.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Momo Alex Legrand is actually my real name.
Interesting. We're glad to have you on the show. Thank you for honoring the invite. So Alex Legrand, or should we go with Alex?
Alex Legrand, I love it.
So you are an executive producer.
Yeah.
You venture in film and in music.
Yeah.
How did you get into that?
Okay, for the music, music has always been a passion, right? From my very young age. I started off a little early. I'm still young, and I'm glad I did. I grew up in a family that loves the Lord. And so in the church and all of that, I started with playing the drums in church, right? And then I moved to Cameroon, right? That's my country. I moved there for secondary school education. And then when I got there...
You moved to Cameroon?
Yeah.
So you were in Nigerian?
Yeah, I was born in Nigeria.
Okay.
Right? Before I moved to Cameroon, right? I did secondary school in Cameroon. I started off, that was where I took the music really seriously, because that was where I was just staying with my grandparents, and I had the liberty to follow the pace of my life, and I really developed a love for music.
From childhood?
Yeah. Wow. I joined when I got to secondary school. I joined we had a group. It was a rap group. We used to rap at the time in school, go from school to schools, we rap. I was in choir in church. I became good until I was elevated. I started joining. I was part of the regional choir. We moved from city to city, ministering in mega events around Cameroon at a very young age. And so when I came back to Nigeria, I already knew that this was where my life was headed to, right? So I joined church.
What age did you realize all this?
I was around 12, 13. 14.
That early?
Yeah, I did. I
Wow.
did that.
You
that
had some
early.
sort of guidance or just on your own?
Just
You
on
felt like
my
that was your
own,
calling?
honestly, because at a very young age, I'm a person that is very geared towards purpose. Though I remember there was one day I met our choir director in Cameroon. I was asking her, this music thing, you see me sing all the time. Do you think I can do this for the rest of my life? I've always been that mindful about my life. Right? I was very young, but I was thinking this. I just didn't want to waste my time. I was very
So
careful.
you always had that conviction
Yeah,
from early on? Never changed?
I hate wasting my time. Like, it's something I detest so much. So every opportunity I get, I want to see that I am doing something that my life will reward me for. So I started early, doing this. I started early. And I came back to Nigeria and then took it off to an official. I started releasing songs, recording, joined the Music Ministers Network, got better. And, God has helped us. Just this year, we did our first international tour. I have planned a program outside of the country and God is helping us. So that's for the music. For the filmmaking, I also knew that, I had this urge to see, as a diehard Christian that I am, I've seen Nigeria grow in the filmmaking space to a place where they make relevant movies that shape culture, that shape the minds of people, that shape the lives of people even.
Yeah.
Especially our young generation, and I'm very passionate about the young
That's
people.
very crucial.
Right? And I'm always burdened when I see films with the wrong message shape people's ideologies. And so I knew that I had to, play my part in bringing movies that bring positive information, the right drive, the right energy, the right, message to people, right? And so I got into the university and I studied theater arts. God has got me have it. I graduated 2-3 years ago, best graduating student.
Wow.
And even whilst I was in school,
Impressive.
I started making movies. Whilst I think I made my first short film when I was in 100 level. So I like I told you,
Was that the Fulfilled?
Fulfilled. I made the first Fulfilled. Fulfilled is like a sequel. So we made the first one, Fulfilled the Genesis. Right. I did that in 100 level. Just called a few of my friends. The way God helped me, I am in a family that we are kind of media gurus.
Oh, so you already had the background and the support.
My junior brother is a prolific videographer, amazing guy. My senior brother is an amazing photographer, and so because of that, I just had, okay, I want to do this. Oh yeah, come. So and with their help, I got relationship of the best hands, and we started doing. I did the first film in 100 level. I did Fulfilled the sequel. Fulfilled the sequel. I think the title was Fulfilled the Cave of Adullam. We did that. I think I was in 300 level. Premiered it in the cinemas. Right, I did that. Featured Mr. M and the Revelation. He acted in the film for the first time. He was acting.
Wow.
All right, and now we just wrapped up earlier this year before we went on tour. We wrapped up shooting our first feature film, right? And it's coming out just next month.
Yeah.
Right, the news is everywhere already, and we had some of the major faces. We had like
What's
Pastor
the name?
Sam Obiora. The name of the movie is For Christ's Sake.
For Christ's sake.
For Christ's sake, the boy who dared to believe, and
Wow.
we believe it's a movie that is a prominent topic of what people are facing.
And
right
you're in
now.
it.
I acted. I'm the
And you
executive
produced as
producer.
well. Wow.
I also direct movies, but I didn't want to overburden my mind. Only being an executive
You're
producer
very
alone
versatile. Yeah, it's definitely
it's very demanding.
a lot of
Even acting and
responsibilities.
being a executive producer was crazy. I just thank God that I had so much support. I have a lot of young people that were there for me. The director King Dalo and my amazing friend. We went to university together, and so he was a major support. Right, he helped to make sure that the project was together. That I didn't lose my mind in the process. But we thank God it came out beautifully well. We had a movie screening, private movie screening with just the cast and crew. And it was amazing. It was an amazing night. The movie, I can't just wait for the world to see what we
So in the music industry, from what you've said, it shows that you're in the Christian part of it, the gospel music.
Basically gospel music, but not the conventional kind of gospel music. I do Afro gospel.
So it's not orthodox or
it's not the church kind
something
of
held or controlled by principles of certain.
It's a gospel for young people. I tend to see myself as a media evangelist, right? I believe
Utilizing
that I'm using this gift to help people find God, and in finding God, find purpose. The way I found purpose early. I want to see young people find purpose. I think that
there's a lot of confusion.
I think that there are a lot of people
a lot
of young people that are roaming around. They don't even know what they're doing with their lives. I was discussing with a friend of mine. I think that was when I was in 400 level in theater arts. I asked her, so after this theater arts we are studying now, what next are we planning to do? She says she doesn't really know. Maybe she graduate first. And I think that is an alarming way to live your life. Not knowing, not having a plan. You just. I asked her, why did you then study theater? She was looking for a department to study. You wasted 4 years looking for. What do you mean? Come on, what do you mean? And time is one thing that if you lose, you've lost it. And I am really pained because most Christians don't enter into purpose on time, right? If you go to the secular world, it's not so much like that. Permit me to call him. Rema blew up in the secular music industry at the age of 19. He was all over the world at the age of 19. You will now understand. No, ask yourself, when did he start singing? When did he become very intentional to get to that point at the age of 19? At the age of 19, Christians are still in. They don't. I don't understand. It's a burden to me.
Would you say on the side of people that discover it much earlier, that it stems from having inadequate guidance
and the knowledge
and mentorship, people to steer them in the right direction. Nurture them.
I think that's why we are putting out all of this information, all of these movies, all of this. When I do my movies, I prefer to use a lot of young people. It's not just because young people are the only available people. No, I'm trying to let it's the subconscious. I might not say it, but I'm trying to let you know that the person doing this is your age.
Create that shift.
Yeah, it's your age. You are not too young.
Because the mind is the most powerful
tool. You're not too young
what
to
you
start
consume
something.
Influences your reality.
Young people are very creative. If you speak with young people, they have a lot on their minds. They can do a lot, but they just somehow feel they are too young. They feel they are too young to start up. They feel they are too young, and somehow the society, especially the church, has
placed us that
you are in a hurry.
And you must go through
some process, and why I don't downplay the process, but I'm saying start your process on time.
Yes.
Right. Start your process on time. Learn on time. Well. Do the due diligence on time. If you start on time, you get out of the process, and the process is not some way we actually get out of. Right. The life is a process in itself, but if we start on time, we can begin to do global things for God at a very early age. That is why most people leave church, because they feel like, oh, this church, we are just going to church all the time. We're just, they just like a cycle of
on
the same. No global influence, no impact in the society, no real tangible impact in the society. I believe we are coming to a place where Christians will spearhead industries. You can come to the entertainment and a young
and not
Christian
feel like it's something left for secular sector.
You can come to politics and see a diehard Christian, young but doing amazing things, spearheading, shifting the culture, shaping the culture, coming to spoken word and see a Christian spoken word artist. You don't need to talk about Jesus in your spoken word all the time, right? But there's a spirit you can carry from God, and you can even enter and be speaking in a place where there are leaders of industries, leaders of nations gathered, and you are speaking, and something in you is dispensing the power of God. You are talking about just your creativity. You can be that good and yet carry that power. Right, so I believe that is where we need to get to, and I believe that it's a generation that the revival we have been crying for would be spearheaded by these creatives, TikTokers, content creators, spoken word artists, models, fashion designers. That's why I'm glad I see people like Vicky James strong with their faith in God and yet they're at the top of the industry. People like Prudence, I'm glad to see, but I even want to see even younger people. Right, I want to see even younger people do these things globally. So that's my burden.
And those things are actually very admirable, that you don't have to, because while you grew up with a lot of support from your family and community, what about people that are finding it difficult to navigate those troubled times?
The problem is
usually when it comes to music, in our society, our parents, our African parents, it's many parents don't see music as you're going there to waste your time.
That's true. Why that is true, I believe something, and it's that if you are determined enough. My parents too had that fear. Right, when I started the music, they had that fear. When I was going for rehearsals all night, when I was in school.
Was it centered around if you were going to be financially productive?
Yeah, it was. It was that and safety. They were like, this young boy that is always outside in the night. Where are you? What are
Afraid
you?
of being
Where are you? What are you
misdirected.
really rehearsing? What are you scoring? What
Okay.
are you? And then, is this what you want to really do in your life? But you see, results is what silences that doubt. I began to be so consistent. I knew you have to follow your parents as much as they are your guardians, and you must follow them with wisdom. I'm not a preacher of rebellion, right?
Exactly.
As much as they have their fears, you have to
You tread that,
prove
it's
to
very
them.
a careful path.
You have to prove to them the reason why there's possibilities in this. Show them possibilities. When I was on tour just recently in Cameroon, there was a place I ministered. There were thousands of people. After the administration, I sent my dad the video, and he was like, "Oh, Mo." He didn't at the early stage. He didn't see this picture, right? When I was telling him that
Time they now
they are now
vision.
my major cheerleaders because they are seeing
And
the
it's important having a strong community and familiar support
right.
as
So
well.
family at the early stage, especially in music or creative spheres, they might not understand it, right? Because from where they are coming from, it's not that kind of thing that gives money. But if I tell you the amount of money that is in these little things we do, you will not. And
It's
it
a
gives
very
you
lucrative industry,
very lucrative,
yes.
and it gives you the freedom to be yourself, do your thing, right, and influence your world positively, right? So I think, as much as you might think I had so much support from my family, I had to go through wars, right? Even with my brother that is a videographer and a photographer, there's still that struggle. But you have to, it's determination enough, and be sure that this is what I want to do with my life. Insist on it. Definitely everybody would. And when you insist on it, get very good, right? The word is a word that celebrates.
So make sure to be excellent at it.
Good, very excellent at it.
So that no one will be able
you can't
to
deny
like
that.
This, you can shut
Let's
this
just
down.
say it's not it's the opportunity you have not found yet. But be so good that once you get that opportunity, everybody will know that where is this guy coming from? That's the question. Who is this guy? Where is he? What has he been doing? Be that good. Just pass your time getting very good. Opportunity will find you.
But through those processes in building, there definitely be times where the challenges that would come with it were at some point as if you could give up.
Yeah, and you
must have faced those times.
You see, this is exactly what we spoke about in the film, for Christ's sake. I just don't want
is it based on you?
You know, it's not really based on me. It's
you
based
can't
on,
give us a teaser at least.
I think it's a general story. You see, even right now, a lot of people are going through a lot, especially in the creative sphere, and even in other spheres. There is always that time in your life where you really want to give up. You see, the thing about creativity is that you invest so much in it for a long time, and it might feel like
you're not seeing
results, especially financial results. You might even be popular. You might even be all over the place.
Fame doesn't mean that you have money.
Fame doesn't mean that, right? People, you might be in the lips of everybody,
and
yet you are, and so people might be asking you, but you are doing, you did this, you are doing this thing, you are all over the place. How can you tell me you don't have 5,000 in your account? What do you mean you cannot sort out this bill of 10,000 naira? And it feels really depressing. It can be. I was talking with some of my friends the other day, and one of them was really going through a depressing situation, right? Was faced with his auntie that I've been telling him that I've been doing this thing, and
they're not seeing.
Where is the money from it? Can't you leave this and find business? Let's see money coming in and going. Let's see what you are, But we are not just doing this for financial gains, right?
No,
it's about the impact.
It can't be the drive. What was the drive for you?
Impact. I think it's important that we understand that there is a generation that needs to understand that there is more to money. Money will come. Money is a byproduct of impact. Money is a byproduct of impact. If we emphasize on impact, when the money will come, the way it will come, one gig, one person that will pay you can pay you all what you have suffered your life. You would think that somebody, I saw a quote somewhere, he said, when you begin to reap what you sow, you'll be asking yourself, when did I really sow this seed?
Yes.
Right? You can say you have spent 10 years, but when one thing comes to one there's an alert that can come into your account and you forget the years
or what you've been through. Yeah.
Right? So impact must be the drive, that you are shaping a young generation. We're shaping the minds of a young people. You see, the thing about this is that we are all soul winners. Anytime when you talk about soul winning in church, we think it's just about going out there and inviting somebody to church. Why that is an angle, that is just a very minute angle of soul winning. Soul winning is what happens every day in the lives of people. When you open your phone and you are scrolling through, you see a video online, and somehow you close your phone and that video is still in your mind. You are replaying it. That video is winning your soul. That video is a soul winner. It's a continuous, it's an impactful soul winning is what enters into your soul and stays there and then begins to form the way you live your life.
Yes, definitely.
Right? It is what is winning your soul actually, not just what's coming to a church. No. So we are trying to win people's soul through the media, through everything they hear. There is a lot of wrong information flying.
So how would you now navigate? We're in the Eastern space, and you definitely must have gone through these phases and seasons. I'd call it seasons, and it's not something that it's a season that this will pass and you would still not face it. So times where these notions that go around that in the creative space is not something you can do and prosper in the East. Actually, where people mark up success as till you have a certain benchmark in finances. So how did you navigate that?
The truth is, there's that stereotype that the East is just a place for business, markets, main markets,
buying and selling,
basically, right? And why that stereotype is not totally true.
How would you say not totally true? You're saying there's a truism to it.
There's truism to it because actually, business thrives here. It's predominant here, but you cannot now say that is the only thing that thrives here.
Exactly.
Listen to me. Most of the people that acted in my movie, they are from here. Let me tell you, this city has a lot of talented people.
It has.
A lot of talented people. It's just that they have not found. There are not too much opportunities here, right, for creatives. And the thing is that whilst we are living, believe me, I've thought about leaving too many times.
Is it because of the pressure of the glamorous?
I've traveled around. I've seen
living to
Lagos, Port Harcourt. I've been to these places, and then you go there and you see how easy it is to do some of these things we do there.
Easy.
It's easier to thrive.
But all those things, don't they come from already built systems?
That's the point. So we are saying who then, if we keep running from here, one thing I ask is who then will make the platforms here
that you are seeking,
that you are asking for? Those platforms you are expecting to be there. Who are you?
And investments have to be made.
Somebody has to shed the blood. And then again, one thing I was discussing with a man of God on Sunday, and he was telling me something very prominent, and it has been in my mind since Sunday. He said the energy, he has been seeing the widespread of the publicity we've been doing for the movie premiere on the 17th of November. And he said with the kind of energy we input in doing this in Onitsha, he said if we go anywhere else with half of the energy we are using here, we would be at the limelight. So Onitsha, this eastern part of Nigeria, has a way of shaping you, like strengthening you. It's a builder.
The way foundation.
That it's a strong foundation that if you go anywhere else, you can easily thrive, because where you are coming from, it's not easy. The things you do, the amount of energy you make
to see
because
that so many things will try to pull you down.
Right. So if you go to those other places, it becomes watery ground for you. With half of if you put that kind of energy you put there, you shoot out with little or no time. Right. So it helps build you, and that is important, because that building is what you can use to now dominate the world. That's strong, like you have it, so it takes a lot of to do these things here, right? And it's important that it helps us. And then we must understand that there are a lot of creatives here looking for expression. They are not. It's not everybody that can run away.
The avenues are very much inadequate.
So it's important that we now build these platforms, right? Build these platforms
in every sphere,
especially in creativity. Business is thriving, that's okay, right? But we have a lot. Believe me, we have a lot of. I don't think there's any city that has maybe Lagos that has amongst singers, that has amongst spoken word artists. We've organized contests, we've organized talent quests, and you see the number of talented people that are here, and that's why one of the
But
things that we do at the Jesus Gang
also
movement.
holds many people
Yeah,
in
that
hiding,
there's no opportunity here. Also,
and many people would barely start and just change
just run away.
direction into
Yeah.
something else.
That is another. You see, they do it 1 year, do it 2 years, and
they just get tired.
Family pressure. It's not everybody that has the strength enough to face family pressures and pressures of life. Before you know, you enter. I knew people that 5 years ago, when I came back to the city, they were all over the flyers, all over the billboards, even in music.
And then it fades out.
Some of them now are driving shuttles. Some of them now have shops in main markets.
Money.
Right? Sometimes it's scary to even think about it. The way now you'll be saying that you are all over the place today, you're all over the place. But you remember that there was a time that there were some people that were all over the place, and yet today they are nowhere to be found in that industry. They just if you talk with them, they have 1,000,001 reasons. They tell you more, there's no money in this things, but there's no this one in this things. But it will not persist.
Are you saying enough. It's something that stems from maybe lack of patience to go through that process to withstand?
Yeah.
Or something coming from pressure of what you see on social media, the flashy lifestyle,
that you see other people that do the same thing
and they don't blow,
and do you get? So it's heartbreaking. Trust me, it can be very frustrating. Most creatives right now, especially in this part of Nigeria, are going through frustration, depression, because they have tried 5 years, some 6, 7. You've been doing this thing, but nothing to show for it, right? Parents are asking, "Oh, is this how?" There are people that will always ask you that question: "Is this what you really want to do with your life?" But how long enough is enough time to be patient for something you really believe in, right? The movie we did, For Christ's Sake, the boy who dared to believe. That is the question. Can you dare to believe after 5 years and nothing is still there?
You don't put a mark on the time.
Yeah. How long is enough to believe? How long is enough to say, okay, I've believed enough? Is there a time frame for believing enough? Can you do it for 10 years and not see any result and still be there? Can you do it for 15 years and not see any result and still say this is what is going to make? It's okay to say you just started 1 year ago. You do it 2 years and okay. You do it 3 years, okay. You are just starting now. Yeah. What if you're there 15 years and it looks like it's just same, you don't have anything the same way you didn't have at the first year to show for it? Do you still believe? I heard the story of Bishop Oyedepo having I don't know, for over 18 years he had just about 20 members in the church. For 18 years, do you know what it takes to believe in yourself and stay consistent? You will doubt your calling. You will doubt a lot of things. You would ask whether it's
even people that care about you would say
people who genuinely, it's out of genuinity. It's not that they are really sincerely worried. You have done this thing for 18 years, preaching to just 20 people.
And then there's a comparison of your peers. You've seen your peers somewhere,
look at what
or people that you actually raised, people that you mentored.
You see, so there's that. But today, Bishop doesn't know how many churches he has in the world, right? Because he believed enough. I tell people sometimes that God is never late. Maybe we are just in a hurry. Right? Maybe we're just in a hurry. My point exactly is that
you work with his time, not your time.
Right. Just do what it is. You have just to create a balance. Do what you are supposed to be doing. Don't just say you are waiting for God's time, and then maybe you get an opportunity and you're not good enough for it.
And at some point, many people begin that. What is it that I'm supposed to be doing?
Yeah, there are too many things you're supposed to be doing. One of the major things you're supposed to be doing is get better.
And they're like, they lack the support.
You see. The major thing where I have a problem with creatives from this side of the country, especially in the East here, is they are always saying that we don't have opportunities here, we don't have opportunities here, we don't have opportunities here. But if I take you and bring you with a young person of your age in Lagos, can your creative inputs match? Are you good enough to compare? You get, if somebody in Lagos is good in 20%, if you from here has to be around 80% to say that,
because you know what,
before you start to complain that you don't have an opportunity, what are you bringing to the table?
What about having an environment? Because there's this thing about actually childlike creativity.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, not just in Nigeria, in our sort of our race, there's the ideology of African parents. You could be even in tech. a kid may be playing with something and then like, stop that. This. All those things now snuff out that level of creativity. It like shrinks it, suffocates it. That even at some point, it's like, person is going through a block.
Yeah.
And even when they are showing some level of creativity, but their environment is like a time block on routine of on and off in the morning, go to work,
you come back.
It's not corporate, it has to be business. The business has to be in the market.
Yeah, and
you come back, you repeat the process, rinse and repeat.
Because it begins to shape ideologies. That's a problem. And that is why we have, I thank God for platforms like this. Parents need to be re-educated about life.
Yeah.
Right? If you go to the Western world, from the very age, once your parents begin to notice that you look at, okay, this is a personal story. My dad,
very much done in Asia.
My dad, when he was very young, and he was in Cameroon at the time, he was very good with making cars, with cartons, with woods, there's what they call bamboo in Cameroon. Very good. If you look at what at the age of 5, 6, if you look at what he creates, my goodness, you will not believe it. He does it, and so much so that he moves. So there was these white guys that were just in the city, and then they noticed him, and they were blown away by that young talent. And so they came to meet my grandmom, his mom. Told him, look at, we believe that this your son is going to be the next big thing in engineering and in the creative space, in making massive mood cars. Can we take him abroad? We'll sign a paper, we'll give you all the details, everything will be. Can we just take him? My grandma said, take who abroad. Take who to here if you come near my compound talking that trash again, right? So you see that fear that which one is I beg, let him just go and be selling and buying and selling. You see, so who knows where he would have been today? Today, that creative ideology is still there. He's still in the creative space. He bought a car. One time he bought a car and then reshaped the car. He went to a welder. You needed to see how he reshaped this car. So you just know that.
So he didn't forget, because some parents would, over time, suppress that trauma.
Right. He's not in that place now, right? But you know that. Imagine if I was just looking at the car. He bought the car in a particular shape and then reshaped it in a way, and I was just looking at, how is this man? How did he think out this thing? Like, if you cannot imagine if he was in those places that he would have been, imagine what he would have done. Imagine the creative ingenuity he would have brought into the space. But so it's a problem, right? Our parents are too scared, right? We need to.
What if that fear came from what they passed through?
That is it. True. And their fears are not totally. We cannot totally blot out their fear, because it's okay. It comes from a place of love. It's from a place of love.
You also understand that this is a real world. It's not just on what you dream of.
So you don't know, these people can be kidnappers, these people can be this, these people can be that. So that fear is there. But the point is, when your child is, if they had positioned him, I think education is, people say school is scam. It's not totally scam, right? It's just that they teach you too many things that you might not need. Pythagoras theory that
education is not limited to the 4 walls of an institution. We are educated daily.
I learned Pythagoras theory over and over in school, but I don't need it. I'm a creative. I don't need Pythagoras. Do you get? But there are people that need. So you can, if my parents at the early age just saw, okay, this guy is good. Look at this guy is always in music stuff, and from that age they put you in the music school. That's why you go abroad and people of 5 years, 7 years, 10 years are making the phones that we are so proud of. Right, because at the early age they see where you are headed to, and they place you in that path to become very good.
And you focus on it as well.
That, and
with structures that they already set to support that.
Whereas here you learn too many things. You are learning chemistry,
and over time, and you are, whatever dream you have, you are even confused.
You are confused. Right, so it's something that we need to re-educate ourselves, right?
And there's this thing about like some sort of generational trauma thing where, unfortunately, parents that you could see a parent now, and either whether they're doing well in business or they are not, but you do not even believe that maybe that mom, that dad may have wanted to be a singer. When they were kids. My mom wanted to be a footballer. She was very good. My dad was a boxer. When they met, my dad was in boxing. My mom was a very good footballer. They've never been in a conventional space. My parents are very, very... But look at what happened to my mom. At a particular age, they were about to
they became so good in Cameroon. They became so good that there was this team came from France and wanted to take the team for a football
All those
match,
talent
international
scouters I
match.
pick out, yeah.
They took out all her friends left. Her dad said she's not going anywhere. Her daughter cannot follow these people and go to reach France. She's still in communication with those friends. They are big international players now, but now she's not into that anymore. So you see that same fear, just as it happened to my dad, it happened to my mom.
And there's
Who
a
knows?
transfer.
Who knows? Maybe God wants to
You to break that cycle.
So you see, that's why, to some extent, they understand our struggle. So when they see us, my dad will suggest.
Oh, thankfully, yours they do understand.
But then they will now say, they remember that, okay, this was the same thing that my parents did to me, and I didn't like it. So I don't want to enforce that. So they now give us the hand. Okay, you say, is this music you want to do? After you have persisted, they now look at it and say, do it.
I see that this is not just passion, but like this is a calling.
It's a calling. It's I believe everybody's, when they say,
and no matter how you fight it, it's not going anywhere.
It's not going there, you get that drive. My brother is a photographer. My parents initially, there was a time they wanted him to go to Dubai. They had an opportunity. Everything was already planned out, and it was time for him to go. And my brother said he doesn't want to go to Dubai. He wants to do photography in Nigeria. And my parents were like,
African parents. Hey!
They were like, he wants to do what in Nigeria?
Oh my goodness.
And he was so determined about it. He's not going to any Dubai. My dad looked at him and said, no problem, we want to do photography. I would fund it. He bought him his first camera, helped him, got a studio, and said, oh yeah, do it, let's see. And today
your parents are in the less than 10%. Well, nowadays, there's definitely been some better reorientation and shifts in the mindset of our parents now.
Yeah, and it's changing. It's changing.
We still need to do more, but there's definitely improvement. Yeah.
Especially for parents that, for example, if you now had parents that stopped you from doing your music, if you now give birth to a child and you see the child wants to do music, you know the pain of stopping your child from following his passion.
Do not try to pass that down.
Yeah, you want to now change the narrative. So many of our parents, especially the younger parents, had that problem. So they are changing it. So we thank God
regardless
for that.
Of what society says. Music now, so people are getting more into music. What about sports?
Do you know how much people make from football? Do you know how much people make from just playing football? Okay. Music is even better. I think filmmaking is even better. At least you see that to some extent you struggle.
It more.
It's work. It's serious work.
It's
do you know how many
months
we shot? We finished. We started planning for the movie we just made. For Christ's sake, we started the planning last year October. We shot in January this year. We've been in post production since January for over a year. It's taking us over a year for just one film. This To Kill a Monkey was all over the place. The film was shot in 2023, but it's just trending just last month. It takes a lot of work. So let's even talk about
and there's also the uncertainty of you may not see the results of all that hard work.
And you still keep doing the next week. After that, you're on to the next one.
And then how do you navigate the financial constraints and resources?
That's a lot. You see, especially in this part of the country where you don't have a lot of people who believe in filmmaking. You can be in Lagos and meet a company and tell them you need 50 million to shoot a film. And they are like, okay, we'll give you 20 million. Right? But if you come to East here and you're telling a main market man that you need 50 million to shoot a film, I say, 50 million to do what? If I'm gonna killing at TV. 50. What do you mean 50 million? He say, oh yeah, let me go and boot a container.
But they watch films all the time.
They do watch it, but they cannot
see it as
conceive the idea of
an investment that could actually yield fruits.
20 million, they'll be like this. But if you do know the budget of what it takes to shoot a standard movie, salamin, right?
So how did you go about sourcing for your funds?
I thank God. I think one of the things that helped me personally is that I really understand the value of relationships. Relationship is gold. Relationship is gold, honestly. Yeah. And there are people that might not give you money, but if they say a word, that word, their word can save you from spending millions. So I don't want to begin to call names, but I have that kind of people. God has helped me. God has blessed me with that kind of people. Right. For example, my brother now is in the, let's say my brother in the videography space. Right. He's just one cinematographer, but to shoot a movie you need like three. You need drone pilots, you need sound managers, you
And all
need,
this would like cost
a lot
about.
of money, right? But because of
Give us a
his,
number, because many people would be like, how much? What if there are investors watching?
Yeah.
And they are thinking and scouting, whether here or whether outside, whether
Yeah.
it's in Lagos, whether it's in outside, whatever part of the world, and they are thinking, they are looking for talents who are not even about being eager, dedicated, and have it figured out.
Yeah.
If you're to bring a proposal now, that standard film you're talking about,
Yeah.
in the East and in other more
advanced
and open locations, how much? Thereabout, like, give us an estimate.
Well, it depends on budgets for films, depends on the film itself, right? What the film is about, locations that it might involve, right, and stuff like that. This film, I don't want to just say, so that it don't scare. I don't want to
This
scare
is-
people, right?
No.
Because finances can scare people. But
Yeah, it
we
can.
spent millions on this little project. We did a lot of money, right? To shoot a standard film, you need nothing less than 10 million naira.
For being in the East, or
In the East here, you might even need more, because some of the gadgets you might need, some of the mines you might need to even get them from outside.
so
Right?
there's a logistics
There's
involved.
a lot really involved. But this thing was spared for us because of relationships. For example, we had someone like Forever shoot acting our movie, right? He came all the way from Lagos. We know how much flight cost, we know how much lodging cost for the period we were shooting. We shot that movie for over a week. All the crew members and cast members were with me.
You have to cater to everybody.
They are feeding, you know what to feed people for over a week, over 40 crew members.
Wow, goodness.
It's not jokes. It's even the little things that you think might not cost money that actually cost. Transportation alone. We shot in Onitsha, we shot in Ibaraya, we shot in Oka, we shot in Asaba. If you calculate what transportation costs to move those crew
Moving,
members, the actors,
equipment.
the equipment, it's no child's play,
And then all this is just to start the project.
my dear.
Then what about the equipment?
You see, so I thank God the studios, the locations. You might get to some locations and you have to pay for it. You pay for it, the actors, right? Even if they come and do it because of relationship, there's what we call thank you for coming. Thank you. I see your sacrifice. People that left their businesses, their other things they would have done for over a week. I say all the crew members were with me in my house. Over 14 of them. They were the welfare people cooking over.
Over 40.
And that is not even standard. If you go to Lagos and see how many people are in part of a crew member,
You'd have to have a big house.
It was not a joke, right?
Wow.
We had two houses safe. One of my friends, we had to collaborate with one of my friends. The ladies were in one side, the guys were in my side, right? So all of those minds, everybody had to be fed morning, evening, afternoon, right?
So what would you say could change all these things and help solve these problems? Problems in finance, problems in these funds could come from, in this part of the world, where part of our country, where there definitely are more predominant business ventures that people go into. Then what about, I don't know, real estate?
I think we need first of all, we need people who understand the role that these things play in shaping lives, in shaping cultures. For example, while we were making this movie, we had a sponsor, a headline sponsor, aside some churches like COT, My Church, Purity Hills, other people that held this project and said we are going to be sure to see that this comes out. We had the CEO of Chili's Food, Mrs. Ifoma Bayo. She was our headline sponsor for the movie. She gave us a lot of money to shoot this film. And if we have more people like that see
who understand the vision and the value
that this is bringing, that this is shaping, it's not just entertainment, it's shaping people's life, literally. Literally shaping the trial. It can change. Somebody can come that day just by seeing a movie, it can change the trajectory of their life. It can change their decisions and everything that happens in their life. One movie can. one movie can, and if we have more people that see it like that, as if they are futuristic,
because that mind shift could steer them into
Yeah.
the right direction. There's a
Yeah.
lot of misinformation out there
Yeah.
about being a Christian in the creative
Yeah.
industry. That you could be there for a short while, you would still,
Before you know, you still divert.
and unfortunately, there's been some
who have done that,
exactly.
and mostly their reason is mostly no support. And why that, I don't take that as a valid reason, because you're not there because you're looking for support. You're there because the aim is to glorify the name of Jesus, not for people to support you. Why support is important, right? So you don't tell me that you started singing, well, you were doing Christian films or Christian music, and then you left because nobody was supporting you. Were you singing for support? Unless your motives are wrong, right? But that is a challenge, really. It's a real, and I cannot discard that. We face that challenge, support, right? So it's important that we really understand that we need it, especially down here in the East. People don't see the value in that. Out in the other side, the East, people are ready to invest millions, literally invest millions. I was listening to Funke, and she said the millions she's spending on movies, most times she doesn't even, her money doesn't even enter into it. There are people that are already, once they say, okay, we want to do this thing, how much is the budget? Okay, look at what we are bringing to the table. If you look at, there's this film that Omoni Oboli is doing now. She did the first one, it went viral, Odu Para film. What's the name of that film again?
The Achalugo.
So now she's doing the remake of the movie, like the sequel of the movie, The Wedding Party or something like that, right? And then if you see on the design, you see sponsors, there's close-up, there's this it
definitely has attracted a lot of brands because of.
Once they see that this thing, they see that they are ready to, but even down here, they don't see.
It's something that they feel like they are not seeing the track record.
They don't see. It's not just the track record is 18, but most people down here don't see future in it. They don't see it as a lucrative path, and that's why you only invest your money in where you believe they see a future in, right? So they don't see it as a lucrative path. And that's one thing. Another thing is that we the young creatives, we must also be versatile enough. We must understand that at the early stages, nobody owes you anything. So you must be versatile. You have to also find a way to make some cash for yourself, make money for yourself, invest in other things, do other things. When you get some little money, find some other little businesses you can involve in while doing your business. Why there are too many things you can do. Right, that can at least help you daily, because the thing about the creative sphere is that you keep investing, especially at the early stage, the first 5 years, the first 3 years, you'll be pumping your finances into it over and over and over and over. It's in the long run it begins to pay off, right? So at that early stage, how do you survive? You have to look for little things that can also give you, because it's important that, because many people now look for something else that takes them completely out of the space. You get, so you are a filmmaker, and then, or you're a musician, and then you become a receptionist at somewhere that you work 7 in the morning till 6, 7 to 6.
And you don't have night shift.
Before you don't have time. You don't even have time to think. The creative needs time to think. So there are too many things you can do. You can get into graphic designing, you can get into marketing, you can get into social media arts, you can get into social media marketing, things that you can do from the comfort of your home. You can get into freelancing. There's so much you can do, right, from your comfort, that can give you finances and still give you time to be creative, because creativity needs time. I say it a lot. Creativity, you need to some time. Just sit down in your house for the whole 24 hours and just be thinking. Just think. Just let your mind breathe. So there are too many things you can do that will not completely take you. Don't go and say you want to open a shop in main market. Come on now. Especially if there's the amount of money you begin to see in that main market.
You forget what you're not going back.
What are you talking about? So, but there are things you can do. Definitely there are. If you look for them, you'll find them. Graphic designing, there are graphic designers that make a lot of money just in their laptop. People even make a lot of money designing from their phones. There are a lot of businesses you can do from your phone. You can even be marketing for it. You can take a brand, just study a course online, right? Study a course, look for a brand, be their social media manager. Right, get something that will help you.
Become a realtor. You could
get a realtor for land. Yeah, you can do that. It doesn't take all your time. It doesn't require to be there every day. And then there's value.
Not only are you making money, but there's a lot of knowledge.
And I tell creatives, don't just make friends with creatives alone. right? You need to understand that there are different. It helps your creativity. Understand that life is vast.
Yeah.
Have friends that are politicians. Have friends that are real estate managers. Have some friends that are
But many of them keep investing outside.
yeah, so that it's when you talk with maybe realtors, they now talk to you about, you are hearing about lands, you are hearing about the money in it. If you are always with creative people, all we want to do is to shoot content. We don't want to shoot content. We just want to. We are not even
So
about.
there needs
Yes.
to be more education,
Yeah.
and to not just center your focus on just that one thing.
Yes.
Make sure
Why it's important to have a community.
Yeah.
You see, one thing that helps creatives is a community. Right. That's why we have platforms like the Jesus Gang Movement, a community of creatives.
You founded it?
Yeah. The Jesus Gang Movement. I'm the lead servant by God's grace.
JGM.
Yeah,
Gang Movement.
movement. Right, it's a group. It's just a movement of young people, creatives in different spheres. We come together and just
This would help create more empowerment.
Yeah, anytime we meet together, there's always one mind-blowing creative idea that springs forth. It's amazing anytime we gather. It's amazing. We did the last one at my side a few weeks ago. It was one night. It was amazing.
And that's important in community.
Yeah, community. It helps you be creative. It helps you see
and sustain focus.
It helps you see how you can be better. The young ones,
you can learn
see
from
people who have been there for a while.
Something you're not doing.
Yeah, you talk with somebody that is actually, when you talk with somebody, you are a spoken word artist, you're having struggles, and you talk with somebody that has been in that stuff for 5 years, 6 years. There's so much you can learn from there. But if without that community, you are just seeing them on social media, you don't know how to get to them, you don't know how to talk with them, you don't know how to reach out to them. But with that community, all of them we are just like equals. We're all friends, just creatives trying to impact our world. Right.
Wow.
So that community is important, but also have friends outside that community. Have friends in the political sphere, so that when you are becoming creative, you can tap into the creative. A politician can listen to what you are saying and understand. A doctor, when we were in school, they say there are some roles even in movie making. For example, if you are to act a doctor, we sometimes we tell you to even go to a doctor and stay with the person.
Yes,
go and meet a doctor and stay with him for 1 month. Understand how you think.
Yeah.
Because acting is like a representation of life. Anytime you're acting a role, you walk out of your life and walk into a totally different person's life. You are not the one thinking.
You learn all the time, not just your audience. That's why as well.
That's why you call the creative or an actor you live multiple lives, right? So
and you invest or channeling something. So you have to be careful that what you channel is the right impact.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for you to act as a doctor, you must really know how doctors think, what goes through their mind, what is their daily routines like. If you want to act as a lawyer, you must know how does a lawyer think? Is he only thinking about what to lie to the judge? How is their daily schedule? You must understand their mind, so that you can be able to really represent, and it will also help guide your life. It helps you guide how you live, how you flow through life. You can now invest. You know where to invest. I tell people that money we make from creativity is not so much. Nobody becomes really there's no creative, even at the biggest actors, the biggest ones. It's not, they don't live off money of acting. Money of acting most times is investment, is capital. I listen to a lot of people. I was listening to a podcast. I don't know how I think it was a podcast. I think it was Rema talking, and he said that the money he makes from music, he doesn't spend a dime from it. It's capital for him.
Yes.
That's capital. He then invests it in lands. He invests it in companies. He was shares everywhere. He was shares in companies, right? So he was like, if he tells young people how much he's really worth, he said most times he goes online and sees his net worth and he just laughs. If people actually know his net worth, the things he owns, you would be blown away, because you think it's music money that is his money, that he owns shares in various companies, various countries in the world. Even popular.
So making sure that you invest. Investment is it cannot be overemphasized.
That is why you see this is the problem, that
invest in knowledge as well.
Yeah.
You don't wait till you have millions.
You see, today one thing that breaks my heart is when I see some of these popular Hollywood
like you did not wait till you had millions to start.
Yeah. I really get heartbroken when I see popular Hollywood actors, and then we see after many years people that we know as veterans, and then we hear that they have one sickness, and then they are looking for people to contribute money for them. So I watched literally act millions of movies all my childhood. How can you say you don't have 1 million to treat yourself in the hospital at this age of at this time of your life? How can you say you don't
What do
have
you
10
think could be the
million?
problem around that?
No investments. They probably were just eating the money. You make money from acting, you are enjoying it. You make money from you build a house, you make money from acting, you buy a car, right? Or
Supportive
the
community
knowledge,
as well.
right? So if those guys,
And you did not try to diversify
income
other
from
things.
everywhere.
Yeah.
You cannot tell me you have
Because you
been
can't live off
acting.
fame. You can't live off fame. No.
Fame is no money.
It fizzles out.
Fame is no money. Fame is what you now use to make money.
That should be like an avenue to do more.
Fame. What fame helps you is to now, it helps you, it gives you an access to people's hearts.
And so leverage on it.
You can now leverage on it to now make money. It's not money. Fame is not money.
Yes.
I was listening to a gospel artist I love so much, Limo Blaze. He said that the fame from even when he was in university, it was very popular. That the only thing that is new to him now is the money he's making from all of his music and everything. If it's about fame, he has been popular, saying that popularity is not money. People just know you, and it's, as much as that is a good thing, but people knowing you is not what is going to pay the bills. You have to now use it, and now, okay, you are now, because you are popular, you are now the brand ambassador of this brand. Okay, they give you this. What do you now do with that money? You just spend it, you buy houses, you are doing this one, you are doing this one, you are doing this one. In the long run, most people don't think long run. People don't think long run. They just think about now. They think that you think you are going to be popular forever. Nobody is going to be popular forever.
Nobody.
Do you know how many talented people break out of Nigeria every day? Every single day there is a new artist in ground. There is somebody trying to take your place.
And the industry is now, there's a lot of diverse genres. There's so much.
And there are very good people. The competition.
It's not then when there's like there's a king of this, a queen of this, and nobody else. The cloud is big enough to contain everybody.
A lot of, and they will keep rising. You can't stop them from rising. You can't. Right? Baba that was a king before. His music is not as everywhere as it was that time. Right? Even in the gospel music industry, there was a time where Frank Edward was everywhere. Come on, every morning, every Sunday. There are too many people.
So many. So before it was like the complaints of people are not exactly rising in the gospel industry, but now
how many people are there?
Now,
as much as Frank is still a legend, right? But there are now too many people.
And those OGs now sort of venture into mentorship as well. But there's a lot of guidance important. It is very much needed. If it's not there, people could easily just stay off course. You could easily get misdirections from all angles and be driven by money.
Driven by money, and that is one thing. If money begins to drive you, definitely will miss your way.
You miss
your way. So it's important that creatives understand that you have to money from the way we expect films or some of these things to give us money. It's not the way it probably would come. But I expect
because you have that high expectation, the disappointment. Are you going to handle it? So overall, I hear you say there is need to understand your calling and purpose earlier.
And it's important that we know that when we talk about calling, we're not just talking about pastors.
Yes, right? It's not a one box fits all.
It's not when we say pastor calling, you're really looking at the church. If you're
called out
into
there,
fashion design,
so many
you can be called into TikToking, you can be called into content creation. It's a calling. It's what we are sent on earth to do. It's what we were born for. It's a calling. You must see it as such. Once you realize this is what I want to do, and go all out with it. Be the best you can be at it. Be the best. The competition out here is crazy. Right, the competition is too much. So if there's no room for mediocres anymore. There's no room for mediocres.
Especially with the rise of AI.
My goodness, AI is
doing magnificent things.
If you're not an exceptional photographer, you just have to change business now. Because I was the other day I chatted my Gemini and I just told him to give me a pencil drawing of a picture. And in the next 20 seconds, I saw a amazing pencil drawing. I was just scared for all these people who are into arts.
Fast evolution of everything.
I'm like these people that have spent years now learning how to draw. AI is doing it in 20 seconds.
And there's the fear that comes with that as well. That it's already taking out jobs. But some argue that AI is not taking over jobs. It's the people that use AI. And what it does to the ones that feel like it takes away their jobs is the ones that are not moving with the times,
with the flow. You must also learn to
evolve.
If you see AI as a problem, it becomes a problem for you. If you see it as a means that will help you scale, then it helps you scale. I know people that AI is now amplifying. People make. Do you know how much some people make from using AI? Some of the things they would have taken months to do. They can
people now use it, infusing it in their markets.
Infuse it
Some
in
don't
your ideas,
exactly seek out models anymore.
Now use it now to be better. Instead of saying it's taking over what you are doing, use it now to improve. Use it to be better at what you are doing. Right?
Yeah. So what would you say to young creatives out there? The ones who've discovered their calling, what field they could go in, and the ones who are still going through things and may seem like confused.
Confusion.
Yeah. Confused in what exactly, what parts. Because the creative field is very vast.
And most times, people who are multi-talented are really confused people. People like myself, you can sing, you can dance, you are good in acting.
And you're told to find that one niche, follow one.
You're looking for which one am I doing now? The one thing I would advise you is, might sound too religious, but find God. Listen, God is our source. It's so really true. Our source.
Yeah.
And it's important that we understand that if He created you, He had a purpose for creating you. He wasn't just
and you're called for something.
He wasn't creating you for fun.
Yeah.
He wasn't creating you because He was bored. He created you because He wanted you to fulfill a purpose. And so that purpose has it has specifications per time. And so you must follow God per time. Know what He wants you to do per time and per season. I said
how they go around discovering it.
Find God, build a relationship with Him, right? Listen to this. There's the story of Abraham.
Yeah.
God told him to sacrifice Isaac. And so he went up there. God had told him, it was God who said, kill Isaac, right? And he had heard God and he was ready to do it. And then he had lifted up the knife and then was about to kill Isaac. And then God said, stop. Now, God is still the same God that said, kill Isaac, that said, don't kill him. So God, you can't say you've heard God and then you forget about
and then you're going with your plan.
If Abraham was not attentive to hear God say stuff, he would have killed
Isaac. And obedience as well.
He would have killed Isaac, and then probably the Bible would have known God as the God that kills
influences the father to kill the son.
Or a different perspective or different ideology about God. We will not now know God as the one who provides the sheep for the lamb, for the sacrifice. Right, so it's important you follow God and consistently maintain that relationship with the Spirit.
And there's the significant role of having a community of leaders and teachers that would help you along that process. Yeah. So people that feel like they lack that community, that support groups, what could they do?
Find it. It's all over.
Even in the worst locations.
There is always someone who is doing what you are doing.
Because as you find God, He's definitely going to bring that which you need.
There's always someone who is doing what you are doing. There's someone who has been doing what you are doing. The Bible says there's nothing new under the sun. That thing you think, one of the strategies of the devil is that when he puts you in a problem, he will try to isolate you to make you think that you are the only one that have gone through this before. The moment you speak, you know that there are a lot of, as I'm talking to you now, there are a lot of confused creatives. Not one, not two, not three. There are now a lot of people that have gone through that same confusion before and have broken out of it. Even near them, they might not, just that we don't speak out. Find a creative, find a community of young people doing this thing. Find a mentor.
The point of speaking out is important because that's one of the things, one of the factors, and like basically the drive for the show, because people need to share their stories.
Share your stories.
Some people feeling, because the devil would also bank on that, you're feeling like you're the only one going through this, and all of a sudden, or you wouldn't even realize that along the line you've sunk into a deep dark hole of depression.
Before you know it.
But when you see people share stories,
when you open yourself, and there was a time I was sharing, I met somebody that was going through a very crazy period at that time, and then I was telling the person, see what they go through, and then the person told me his own story, and I was like, oh my God, is good to me.
Exactly.
So
you now find gratitude in that realization that you're going through something, but there is always somebody going through much worse.
Dimensions of
or shaggy.
I'm telling you, we were
Yeah.
going through shaking,
Yeah.
but if somebody tells you it's shaking, you thank God for your
You
shaking.
thank God for yours, yeah.
You get so
Because many people don't look like what they go through as well.
God.
You see it on social media, like this person living the best life.
living
You
the
do
best
not know
life,
what they are
coming online,
facing.
posting, smiling
Yeah.
with you. But
Yeah.
if they tell you the
Yeah.
things they go through. And in this right now, people are going through a lot. I posted it the other day. I said, do you know how many people? Do you know people who are going through a lot? Just be kind. Be kind to people. Speak nicely.
Yeah.
All right, don't pour your problem on
It
everybody.
doesn't cost anything.
Just be nice,
It
right?
doesn't cost
So find your tribe. I like to call it a tribe. Find your tribe. People, if you meet creatives, a lot of them are going through the same thing you are going through.
Yeah.
And when you folk can
And that
come
helps
together,
you
it
bond.
helps you.
Yeah.
You know that okay, I'm not alone in this thing. And then if you see somebody in that same that has
You could even help them out.
right, if you maybe meet somebody that has done it for 5 years and okay, he's now making headway, you know that okay, it's not unusual to go through these things, right? It's just a process. Somebody tells you that this thing you are going through, I went through it and look at where I am now. Things are better for me. I'm making it. So don't give up. So it's a boost to your faith, right? It helps you know that okay, this I know that
Regardless
things are
of
hard
whatever
now, but okay,
season,
things are gonna get better.
stay the course.
Yeah.
Have faith.
Keep believing. One day it's going to be our time. It's going to be us. Just keep growing, keep getting better, and keep building relationships, keep maintaining relationships, watering relationships, keep growing in wisdom, keep growing in grow. Don't just grow good if you are a musician.
Invest in knowledge.
As much as you are working on being a better musician. Build relationships in the city. Have fertile relationships with people, right?
Because your net worth, it is
If I
nothing
tell you what
compared to your net worth.
I've done for
That
me,
could open doors and money.
It has done a lot for me,
Yeah.
relationships, and I thank God for some of the people He has brought around my life. I don't take them for granted, and they know. I always try to remind them that your presence in my life
ensuring
is
you honor.
honor, understand honors, understand principles. Principles, most times Christians don't understand principles. People even on the secular world understand it more than Christians, and it's sad. And it works for everybody. Whether the Bible says, "See thee a man diligent in his work." It doesn't say, "See thee a Christian diligent in his work." Anybody that becomes diligent at their work would thrive in life, right? So it's important to understand these principles: the principle of honor, the principle of relationship, the principle, all of these things. Don't just build knowledge. Go for knowledge. Build your relationship with God. Build your relationship with people, right? Respectful. So do all of these things. You have to be balanced. You have to be balanced. It's important. This world
Speaking of balance, before we go, on this issue of not only is it a stereotype, it's happening. It is not completely true, but the thing, how do we like go across, or rather come out of this ditch, this covering, and this like a block on investors are leaving, even the ones we have, the ones from all over, because there's money. There's money everywhere. But then how could we get that investment? How could we, because this, not just the money, but these structures, these avenues would help in community building, would help in setting up infrastructures that people could, academies are very much required, mentorship.
What I would say is first off, creatives, people invest in what has track record to some extent. Start doing something. Excellence, I say, is not there is nothing like this is the point of excellence. Excellence is using what you have to get the best of what you can, right? So
you don't wait till a perfect time.
When you go to meet an investor, he wants to see what you have done, right? You have been doing this thing for 2 years. Okay, what have you done in the 2 years? What are your results? Right? With the little you have, you don't need all the money in the world. Start up something. When I shot my first film, it didn't cost me as much. It was just about 20 minutes movie. I just had to talk to this person, let's just do something, right? It was not as excellent as this one that we just did, but it was beautiful for the level we were. It was amazing. It was outstanding. People saw it and we were blown away at the time. Right.
And one could like walk around that way.
People want to, before you tell somebody to give you money, to invest in a vision you have, right? How sure are we that you can deliver? How sure are we? What have you done with nothing? What have you done with nothing for you to deserve something?
Yeah.
Right? We must see how much you have shedded your blood with that. We must see how rigorously determined you are in this course for you to say
Because you don't go around experimenting with somebody's money. No. They have much other things to. Yes.
A friend, I was listening to a guy. He said nobody wants to be the first person to give you 1 million naira.
Nobody wants to be your breakthrough.
No. I have to think you deserve it.
Yeah.
Did you get? You have to look the part. You have
And if
to
you
look
think
like it.
that this one
won't waste my money.
Or your money goes sink. Yeah.
You get, people are careful where they invest their money, so you must show them that you deserve it. As much as we pray for favor flies on the wings
of excellence
of what you deserve. To some extent, you might not really deserve anybody giving you 20 million, but they've seen that you can handle this money, right? There are some people that once you begin to tell them, oh, I just need 20 million. So what have you done before? This is my first time. I just want to try. You want to try with them? You have never shot a movie before. It's your first time and you are trying with 20 million. You are joking.
The 20 million is giveaway.
Yeah, what do you think? Do you know how much money is that?
Yeah.
So you don't expect it. In
this economy as well.
I have to see what you have done with nothing. I have to now see what you have done with little, and know that if you did this project with 1 million, I can now imagine what you do if you had more. You did this project with 100,000 naira. It means you have once you say you shot this, you did this, produced this with 100,000. I now know that you can manage. You manage 100,000 enough to manage it enough to produce this result.
Yes.
Then it means if I give you 20 million, you do amazing well. So you cannot just tell me that you have not done anything. You are a musician. You have not done any covers. You have not sang anywhere. I don't see you on the media. You are not posting anywhere. You're just telling me you are a good singer. I should just listen to hear you say you're a good singer and believe you. Do I know you from Adam? Right? Let me tell you the truth. Most of the people that have favored me, really favored me. Most of the times when I go to meet them, they say they have been seeing my work.
And you don't know. They are the ones that look key. You don't know. Somebody is watching. You don't wait till you
most times you post and you are waiting for the 1,000 likes. Many people just watch it and just scroll and they are looking at you.
And they just have you in the back of their mind. They wouldn't say something then. You don't know. But somebody is watching.
When I was doing a movie premiere.
Even if they don't come forward, it's impacting. It's definitely influencing their lives in ways you may not know.
Somebody posted me and tagged me on a post the other day and was writing so much about me. I don't really know the person. I wrote so much, how much I've influenced his life, his decisions, him doing music today, the sacrifices he made in music. He has been following me. I don't know the person, right? Maybe the person has just been there liking the post, and you think that nobody is watching. When I was doing a movie premiere, I think the movie premiere we did 3 years ago. All right, I went to invite this man of God, popular, amazing man of God. He's now acting in this movie we did. Such an honor to have him, Apostle Samuel Obiora, amazing man of God. When I went to invite him for the movie premiere 2 years ago, I just took up faith and went to. I just wanted him to come and see what we did. I went to the special invite to him, and I told him, I was telling him when I was introduced, I was saying, "Sir, my name is Alex Legrand," and he said, "I know you now." I said, you see, yes, I've been seeing your movie. I've seen the trailer online. I've seen the flyer online. I know the movie premiere is tomorrow. But he has never pumped up on my notification that this man is. You know where that man is. He has been watching. He said, I've been watching what you're doing and I'm so blessed. You want me to come? Because I've seen your track record. I've seen your persistence. I've seen, I'll come. He said, I have a very busy day tomorrow. I have this tomorrow. I have that tomorrow. I'm supposed to be here tomorrow, but I'll be there. He came. Wow. After the movie premiere, he told me, come to my office. He gave me a huge amount of money.
So consistency.
He knew that if I'm giving this guy this money, it's not a waste. Look at what he has done without even my help. So if it's a fertile ground. Yeah. The people invest in where they see that this person is worth it.
Yeah.
It's worth it, even if it's not for them. Some of these people don't even need.
But it will definitely yield something.
They just know that you are doing something that is shaping a generation, and they know. People know, right? This project that we just did. If I tell you how much of a help he was to us, right? He was a massive help to us. So people are watching.
For Christ's sake. Right?
Yeah, for Christ's sake.
Wow.
People are watching. So be doing something. Start up. If you're a singer, get good. Do videos. Post them online. The world is a
don't know
global
who's
village
out
now.
there.
Don't wait to even organize a program of 50 people or waiting for 500 people. You don't even know what blows up. You don't even know what's funny. Just do your thing. Let just your motives be right. I just want to bless a generation. I just want to impact a generation. I just want to win a soul. If it's just one person, I tell my team all the time, if it's just one person that watches this movie and with this movie says, I wanted to give up, but I'm not giving up. If it's just one person, that because it's worth every dime. It's worth every sacrifice. If it's just if it's worth one person, I told them I want us to come to a point where people will come to the cinema. I know people who come to the cinemas and watch movies and they live with immoral thoughts.
And spend a lot of money as well.
They live with immoral thoughts. They live there, they just want to go and get into, dirty things. I want people to come to the cinema and make life-changing decisions.
Different.
Come there and say, Omo, I will be the best of myself. Come there and say, and give their life to Christ. Come to the cinemas and after watching the movie, they're in tears. They're saying, what have I been doing? I've been playing. That is the kind of motives that we have. We want people to live transformed. So for Hotel City, on the 23rd of November, it will be out on YouTube globally. And after that, from
platform can we find it?
YouTube. It's coming to YouTube.
Your channel is
Alex Legrand.
Okay. Thank you so
After
much.
that, we are going on tour from Lagos we are already working on Lagos. From Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, Enugu, and as much cities as we can get to. We are coming with For Christ's Sake tour. It's a faith revival, right? We want to spark up people believing. A lot of people are giving up. A lot of people are at the verge of compromise. And it's understandable. Things are tough. The country is crazy. It's very beautiful right now.
Because God is still in the business
God is still in the business of lifting men.
Transforming lives.
If you can hold on to the head of the horn. Right? Yeah. Hold on and keep holding on and say, I tell people that when God wants to lift you, it's when you don't even want it anymore. You see, when you are like, God, when will this thing happen? Now, when will this thing happen? Now, God will just be looking at you. The moment you say, God, anytime you want to do it, I'm here.
You're not timing him.
I'm not timing
on his time.
Here.
Yes.
I'm here doing what you want me to do. When you are ready to lift me, lift me. Right?
And when he
no matter, that is when God says, okay, you are ready. Okay, yeah, you're ready. I've spoken with some of the great people. That's why you see more of the great people are humble. They are so, because they have life humbles. You have been through so much. You know that there's nothing really. If you are looking for greatness, and then you get it at that time, your pride, you'll be like, I deserve this thing. I'm here because I'm here, and because
totally mismanaged as well.
Right? God wants to take the glory. God wants to know that you don't try, just know
all over everything, only Him.
Yeah. So that's it. That's just what I have to say.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Thank you so much. This was more than insightful. It was thought-provoking. It was transformative, and this is to everyone that no matter what, do not give up. Stay the course. Stay on faith. Find God, and invest in knowledge as well as be versatile, diversify, and invest in so many things. Make sure, and then to the stereotypes in our society, the myths, what's going on.
If you are in this city or nature,
that you can't prosper till you're in Lagos.
It's not possible. It's not true.
It's not.
It's not true.
It's not.
See, find a community. Find your tribe. We are here. If you're a creative, reach out. We are not. I don't have protocols. Reach out.
Reach out to us.
Right.
Reach out to us.
Reach out to us.
On your success podcast, gmail.com.
Reach out. There is your community. There is your tribe here. Together we become better together, right?
Yeah.
Everybody.
We rise together.
We
grow together. It's not something for one person. We learn, unlearn, because God gifts and blesses everyone differently. While we are pursuing the same thing and making sure that in kingdom exploits,
and
all glory to Him.
We understand that if one person rises, it's for the whole community. If one person rises, it's for the whole. You are not rising for yourself. God uses one person to open a door so that He can allow other people to enter through. So that's it. If I'm the person who blows, fine. If I'm not, if you are the one, we push you. You clap for others. Yours is coming. However it is. Thank you so much, Mr. Alex Legrand, executive producer, artist, life coach. We could call you a life coach because I learned so much. We are
very appreciative of you coming on the show. Thank you so much.
For having me.
Ensure you like, share, and subscribe.
Yes, make sure
Stay
you
with us
subscribe
as we go through this journey of unpacking so many profound stories that change lives out there. God bless you. Thank you.